Hello and welcome again to episode 114 of the Pixel Street Podcast. This is the show where each and every week some nerds bring you news and opinions, good opinions when it comes to Breath of the Wild.
Only good opinions.
And I'm surprised you let that one slide. My Breath of the Wild jab there.
Before we go any further, I told Connor this yesterday. I'm tired of fighting about games right now. I enjoy the game you want to enjoy. I'm tired of bashing, and I'm tired of defending games I like. So I'm at the moment I'm over it.
But yeah, we talk about games every week. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Joel Campos. Joined with me this week is the almost nacho cheese maker machine, John Hansen, almost owner.
I'm almost the nacho machine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like buying one is just like a third of this way there.
I will say that I am being guaranteed a nacho machine for Christmas this year from my dad. So
did he already order it?
He watched one of our old podcasts.
Wow.
And he messaged me later that day, and he's like, "Is that what you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, don't buy it. I'm gonna buy you it for Christmas." I'm like, okay, so
right on.
Let's go.
The power of podcasting, huh?
Right. Also, we are recording this on National Podcast Day, apparently.
National Podcast Day, September 30th,
I guess. Yeah. So follow us,
or don't.
Do whatever you want.
This week we're going to be talking about some Cyberpunk 2077 news that broke this week. Some differences in the Spider-Man Remastered Edition that's coming to PS5, along with some Cold War's Zombies information that came out. But before we get to that, let's do some housekeeping. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street. Check out our YouTube channel by searching for Pixel Street Videos over there. Follow us on Facebook. We're not as active there, but we still post the show there every week. Show your grandma, your aunts, your uncles, their dogs, all the boomers on Facebook. But yeah, we're trying to get more subscribers on YouTube so that we can get that handle, youtube.com/Pixel Street Videos.
We have some cool stuff in the works at the moment. We might be playing a little Left 4 Dead soon. And we also might have our first list video going up, hopefully, if Connor and Joel get me the stuff that they need to get me in time.
That's a big if. But I mean, the Left 4 Dead thing is definitely happening.
It is? Okay, cool. I am down for that. I love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, so we'll be playing that this Friday night, and then hopefully Let's Play sometime next week. We'll see.
Let's play. And hey, it's spooky season now.
It is.
Let's get some... Maybe not big horror games, because I don't think any of us are really in the horror games and being scared.
I'm not either. I think I'm going to stream some more Resident Evil 7 in VR. It's been 2 years since I played it.
Ooh,
that would
be a good one.
I barely played it, too.
Be sure to put that one up. I was also thinking either me and you or me and Connor play, what was it? Came out last... Man of Medan?
Oh, yeah, I never played that.
Yeah, me either, but it's on Game Pass now.
Oh, cool. I did not know that.
And that's the one that has a multiplayer mode. I don't know if it's any good or not, so we'll have to see, but look out for that stuff. We have some stuff coming on the way, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, big plans. Go check out our Among Us Let's Plays. They're a lot of fun.
And join our Discord. You can find the link to join on our Twitter.
Yeah, it's our pinned tweet on Twitter. Pretty much that's where you can find out how to follow us anywhere.
Yeah.
But before, I guess, we get into any of the news, let's just talk about what we've been playing. Feel free to start us out.
All right. So, first of all, I continued playing Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I talked about this last week with Connor a bit. I did the Super Mario 64 in one sitting thing. I talked about that last week, and still love that game. Absolute joy. But going on from there, I played Super Mario Sunshine, and I kind of wish I didn't now, because as a kid when I played this game, it was never my favorite Mario game by any means, but I was always in the opinion it's okay, it's fine. Going back to it, I don't think I like this game. As a Mario game, I think it's near the bottom, which is, I guess, that's kind of like saying, oh, I don't like this Marvel movie. It's still a good movie, but Mario Sunshine just has so many issues with it between glitches and bugs, and I think the map designs for all the levels are bad. The physics in it aren't really good. Really coming out of it, well, going into it, I was like, okay, I want to 100% all three of these games because I've done it with Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy before, but I never did it with Sunshine. Going into that, I was like, okay, I can do this. But then you hit all these levels that are just so frustrating. They have bad mechanics built around them, and it's just not a great time. I just eventually got the final boss, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna do that. And then I moved on to Super Mario Galaxy, and I feel so much better for it. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I talked with Connor a bit last week how I wish they would have altered the Super Mario 64 and Sunshine at least a little bit. Like, I get they weren't gonna do like full remakes like I wanted them to do, but like just some kind of alteration to make them better would have been, I don't know, much better in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it is Nintendo at the end of the day, so
Yeah,
I can't
Nintendo's
expect them to
gonna
do too
Nintendo.
much.
Yeah.
But yeah, my history with the Mario games is kind of strange, I guess. I played 64 a lot as a kid. I don't know if I beat the entire game because, like, having, older brothers and stuff with one N64, that created problems when it came to, keeping our saves separate and stuff like that. But
I gotcha.
I know for a fact, like, I did most of the game, and I know that I beat Bowser at one point or another because I remember playing that.
You fight him 3 times in that game.
Well, I know I did the end one because I was in college
okay.
when I did that. And I helped a friend do it.
Okay, so you beat the game, you didn't 100% it.
I definitely never 100%ed it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I played that, and I don't think I played any of the others. I tried Super Mario Sunshine a few years ago on GameCube because when I got my GameCube for a deal from somebody, it came with it. But I didn't play that much. I never played any of the Galaxy games, and I know that those are some of like the most I don't know, most liked games by people.
Yeah. I haven't played 2, but I really have enjoyed 1. And playing it on Switch, I've only played it in handheld, and that being a Wii game originally, it's got the like motion control stuff in it, which is it's fine. I think tonight I'm gonna try it docked for the first time because when you play in handheld, so originally you would use the pointer on the Wiimote and like move it around to like grab star bits and stuff. Well, in handheld mode you use the touch screen to do that. In dock mode you're using the Joy-Cons their motion. So I want to see if that's any better because there are some levels in Galaxy where I'm like, okay, this isn't as great, but it also wasn't designed to be played on a portable tablet.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting a chance to play these. I'm still playing through Odyssey. I kind of put it on the back burner for now.
Odyssey is so good
because I'm like getting close to the end of Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm just gonna kind of focus on that for now.
I got you. What you been playing?
I guess more Ghost of Tsushima. I picked it back up the other night, and like I said, so there's 3 acts to the game, I believe, and I want to say I'm halfway through Act 3, and Act 3, from what I read online, is the shorter of the 3 acts. So I probably have like maybe 2 to 3 hours left in the story. I haven't decided if I want to platinum the game or not and do everything, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess, where I'm at when the game ends in terms of the story. But I love that game. Like, it just, it's so beautiful. Like, the art style, like, all the different colors there is. Like, the way that the weather changes and stuff is so, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so cool. Like the game can look completely different from 1 minute to the next, depending on how the weather changes and how the leaves are falling and stuff like that. But yeah, this northern zone is cool that I'm in. Well, the third zone is the northern zone of the map, and it's all snowy, which is pretty cool because it kind of changes things. So each act is a different zone. There's 3 zones, and they found a way in the game to make each zone's enemies, I guess you could say, like have a different mechanics to them, to where like it makes it more difficult each time. So it, like, by the time I was done with Act 1, I was just like blowing through like essentially all the enemies. It was just super simple for me to kill, like, because it clicked with me what I had to do, and I had unlocked so many abilities to where it was like, all right, like there's 20 guys in here, like I'm not even gonna try and be stealthy and assassinate any of them. I'm just gonna take them head on. But then once I got to zone 2, it was like, damn, like these guys are hitting me hard, and I don't know what to do to counter them. But it was kind of similar to that, towards the end of Act 2, I was, kind of blowing through them all. And then I got to Act 3, and it was another thing where it kind of brought me back down in level to kind of challenge me more. But yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying the game. The story's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. The gameplay is awesome. It's essentially an Assassin's Creed, samurai game, which is kind of what everybody has been asking for Assassin's Creed to make.
Yeah, right.
But I guess good on Sucker Punch for beating them to it, I guess, because if an Assassin's Creed... so we got Assassin's Creed Vikings coming this fall in about a month. If that was a samurai game coming out, who knows, which game would have benefited from this, you know what I mean?
You mean like if it would have sold better than Valhalla will?
Yeah. If Valhalla was a samurai game, I wonder if people would have just held off to play Assassin's Creed, or if everybody would have played Ghost of Tsushima because it came out first, and then been like, I'm kind of tired of that kind of genre and that scene, I guess.
I'm not sure, because I think there was enough room between the two, and also Tsushima being a PlayStation exclusive probably would have helped it. I don't know. Yeah, that is an interesting question.
But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying the game. I'm excited to beat it, I guess. It looks great on my OLED TV I got. Me picking it back up this past weekend was the first time I played since, I think, before I got it. So really cool to test, really fun to play.
That's awesome. I want to play it at some point. We game share, so I have it. I just haven't started it. I have quite a few games on my PS4 that I want to beat before the PS5 comes out, so I don't think I'll get to Tsushima.
Honestly, like, this might be a game that benefits from playing it on the PS5.
Yeah.
Like, backward. Even
have they announced any upgrades for it yet?
They have not announced any upgrades, but even having it like installed on that new solid state drive could definitely benefit the game.
Oh, are the load times pretty long?
Yes and no. Like, here and there they're long, but I'd say that they're pretty decent load times. They're not very long, but still, like,
gotcha.
I know, like, all the Xbox Series X coverage that's been coming out this week about backwards compatibility has shown that.
Pretty impressive load times on that.
Yeah. And like the PS5 isn't as powerful, but you could still expect to see, a lot similar kind of results with the PS5. And like all those games that are being shown aren't even Series X enhanced, like the developers haven't even released those patches. Yeah. It's just playing a backwards compatible game. So yeah, honestly, it might benefit you just to hold off and see if they announce an upgrade, or
you gotta figure they will, right?
I don't know.
Last of Us is getting one.
It
came out at like the same time. Yeah, they announced a Last of Us one. At least I thought they did.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Because I know that like the Spider-Man thing is really weird too. Like, there's no upgrade. It's just you have to buy it.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. That is such a weird situation, and we'll get into that more here in a little bit. But yeah, Tsushima. I've heard good things about it. I just don't know. Everything I've seen about the game, I'm like, yeah, it looks fine, but there's just always something else that I want to play over it. I don't know. I need to play it, but I at least on my PS4, I still need to play through Shadow of the Colossus, which I keep saying this year that I'm going to do, and Horizon Zero Dawn. I need to play through as well.
Yeah, I need to play that too.
Those are two pretty big games that I have had on my backlog for a while now, and I'm like, I need to get them done with. So I need to like really just push myself to do that, because right now I'm playing a lot of old games.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been playing many old games. I'm just catching up on games I never finished, I guess. Like Odyssey is one I played an hour of, and like when it first came out that first weekend, and I'm just picking it back up. And then Ghost of Tsushima is the other one where I played a lot when it first came out, like that first week, 2 weeks, but I just never got around to finishing it. I just got sidetracked.
I gotcha. Yeah, my second game, like I said, I've been playing old games. I've been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I am awful at this game,
the remake?
Man, I really enjoy it. Yeah, the remake.
Okay.
I'm awful at this game, but I really enjoy it. It feels great. Feels just like the games did back then, with the added bells and whistles from like later games that made like combos a little easier to make longer and everything. I really enjoy it. I can't for the life of me. So there are different parks in the game where, you know how usually it's like a 2-minute timer and it's just do as many tricks as you can.
Yeah.
There are some parks where it's like a competition.
Are those the ones you fail at?
I suck at those. Last night I started on Tony Hawk 2 and I got to the first one there. So I think that's like the 4th competition park that I've been to. I've gotten 1 silver and 3 bronzes, and I can't get anywhere close to a gold. Like, I just cannot do it.
Yeah.
I'm awful.
In Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, there's that first one that you have to do. I think it's like the 4th or 3rd or 4th level or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like every 3 or 4 levels they have it.
But yeah, I got to there, and I got bronze the first time, and I just kind of went on. And I came back, and it took me maybe 8 more tries to get gold. It just if you go through one wave and you don't feel confident about it, you just got to restart. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's those levels are highly reliant on your combos. Like you have to have a super high combo,
and also not crashing at all.
Yeah, you have to be manualing and reverting like nonstop. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I honestly think that this is like the perfect remaster.
Absolutely, they nailed it.
Because honestly, I feel like I love the games back in the day, but I feel like if they left this game like with these graphics, but with like the old controls and physics and stuff, like I know the physics are essentially the same, but like they updated it with more modern Tony Hawk games, like 3 and 4. In terms of control scheme and stuff. If they left it with the old ones, I feel like it would have aged pretty poorly.
Yeah. No, I think they did a really great job. And just a shout out to Vicarious Visions. I mean, first they did the Crash Insane trilogy and now this. Yeah, they're really knocking the ball out of the park with these remakes.
Yeah, they're definitely the team you want working on your remastered. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing too, kind of covered everything I've been playing. So yeah. And then I played a little bit more Among Us. I played some Halo 3 ODST Firefight, your favorite Halo game. But yeah, I don't know. That's about it. I haven't dove too deep into it, but
things are about to get really busy here soon with game releases.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and like with the new consoles, just looking ahead, we're planning on doing some unboxing videos, which will be pretty fun to do.
More Let's Plays, more streams.
Yeah, I still gotta figure. So like we have these pre-orders in, right? Well, you have them at an actual store, so you're getting it that day. Like all my pre-orders are online, so it's like I have to wait until like maybe 2 weeks, a week before the things come out to find out if I'm getting it like the day it's coming
on
out,
time or anything.
or if I'm getting it like the week it's coming out, stuff like that. So
it's very weird. Yeah, I think the whole online pre-order thing needs to be reworked, but not so much. I don't think there's much the Microsoft and Sony can do about it, but like the stores themselves, they need to find a better way to do this, I think.
yeah, it's just frustrating to me because like I want to take the day off work when the Xbox comes out, but I don't want to put in the request now because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it that day. Unless I guess I could like chill outside of a Best Buy or something and hope that they have extras that day, because I know that there's rumors that stores will have some in stock the day of, like some extra.
Yeah, but then you see things like GameStop. GameStop just recently had like a second pre-order phase for the PS5, so I'm not sure about that.
It also might depend on the store too.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. Things are a little messed up with all that.
Yeah, it's been
the world's just messed up.
It's been a shaky launch already, and these things haven't even come out yet. But moving on to more next gen stuff, kind of, I guess. You want to talk about this Cyberpunk news?
Yeah. So yesterday, Jason Schreier took to Twitter and he tweeted, "Last year, the bosses of CD Projekt Red approached me for an interview. They wanted to announce that for Cyberpunk 2077, they would be avoiding mandatory crunch. This week, they sent out an email to staff announcing studio-wide mandatory crunch." He also went on to say, "Many developers on Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most hotly anticipated games of 2020, have been working overtime hours for months, if not years now. But this call for 6-day work weeks, mandatory crunch directly re-engages? What the hell is that supposed to say? Re-engages? I don't know. On what CDPR's bosses told me last year." This isn't that surprising to me, really. I mean, crunch is an unfortunate thing in the gaming industry, but with these big games, it's just going to happen. I'm not really too sure how much delaying the game could really fix this. I know some people are calling for them to delay the game again to put an easier workload on the employees, but then like even Jason Schreier, he's like, if you delay the game, even more crunch happens. So like I don't know where you go from here to make things better. I honestly am clueless on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a shitty thing to do, I guess, as a developer, is to kind of, come out with this story that they're avoiding crunch. Because it makes
worst thing. The worst thing is definitely that they came out and they're like, "Oh yeah, there won't be any crunch on this."
Exactly, because it probably made like a lot of people see the developer in a new light. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, they're actually good to their employees. What about? I mean, I'm sure not many people like. I don't know. What if people decided to seek work at CD Projekt Red because they're like, okay, the studio I'm at now does a lot of crunch when games come out. Maybe I want to go work there since they're, committing to not doing mandatory crunch. Maybe that'll be something they're going to look at in the future as well, not just for Cyberpunk. It's just kind of shitty all around, I think. But honestly, like you said, I'm not surprised either. Like all these major launches are going to have crunch. And even if it's delayed another 2 months, they're going to find a bunch of new bugs and stuff to crunch on come a week, a month before that comes out.
I actually just found that the studio head for CD Projekt Red, Adam Badowski, I think is how you say his name, he responded to that tweet and he put out a little post here. It says, "These last 6 weeks are our final sprint on a project we've all spent much of our lives on, something we care for deeply. The majority of the team understands that push, especially in light of the fact that we've just sent the game to certification and every day brings us visibly closer to shipping a game we want to be proud of. This is one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, but everyone is well compensated for for every extra hour they put in. And like in recent years, 10% of the annual profit our company generates in 2020 will be split directly among the team. That is such a corporate.
I know, and like
a corporate quote.
Like that last sentence as well. Like 10% of the profits will be split among the team. Like you were gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like that's because of the crunch?
Yeah, I gotta figure that's. Man, that's just him trying to save face. It's not a. I don't like that reply at all. That's such a lackluster. Yeah, we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about this game. Like, I haven't watched much of it, but I feel like what I've seen is like, I feel like it's got really big aspirations, but I feel like it's gonna fall short of what everybody's expecting of it.
Oh yeah, we know that it's gonna fall short. Like, this isn't quite a No Man's Sky situation because this is a much bigger team with a much better history of games than they had. So I don't think it will fail or anything. It's gonna have huge day one players, and there's gonna be a lot of happy people, and I think it's gonna be a great game. But some people are making this out to be like the video game to play for all time, and I'm just like, I don't see that yet, at least. It looks cool. It looks very cool, and I'm sure it will be a great game that I probably don't play for a while because that's a big game, and I just don't want to put much time into a game like that. But yeah, I just don't see it. I really see a situation where this game comes out and you're going to have a lot of people complaining about little things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll see, I guess, what happens when does it come out? Like November 17th?
It's something like, yeah, it's right after the new consoles.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. Moving on, next article comes from the PlayStation blog. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, detailed. This comes from James Stevenson over at the PlayStation blog. We were so excited to announce that a voucher code for Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered will be included with the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation 5 console. This is a full next-gen remastering of Marvel Spider-Man. The team has been carefully crafting the definitive version of the game with new assets, technology, and updates. We're taking advantage of next-generation technologies that the PlayStation 5 console introduces, as well as bringing some additional features to the game, including 3 new suits. So I'm just going to kind of move on from here. The main...
Yeah, if you scroll down, there's a little video, yeah.
So the main thing here is that they refaced Peter Parker, which is the weirdest fucking decision I've ever seen.
It is very weird. They also put up just images of how the game looks in general. And before we get to the Peter Parker stuff, let's say game looks beautiful, like as it should and everything. It looks great. But then, yeah, they changed the face on Peter Parker, which is such a weird thing for a single player game that's only 2 years old and that was received so well.
Yeah.
I don't understand this at all.
It doesn't make any sense. And like their reasoning behind it was just like beating around the bush. Of just like, yeah, we loved working with whoever the previous face was, and he did a great job, but we wanted to, like essentially make it look better, I guess. So, but it doesn't make sense why they would have to redo the whole face to make it look better.
Yeah, it's still Yuri Lowenthal as the voice, which is the main selling point of the character anyway. So that's fine. Like, this doesn't destroy that character or anything. It's just so weird. It looks a lot closer to Tom Holland now, which makes it feel like it's forced and like a money move. But I just don't see this like making people go out to buy the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales or anything. Like, I don't understand this at all.
Yeah, like if this was supposed to be the reason why you're supposed to pay the extra money for the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Like, this is a really dumb reason for somebody to want to buy that. But yeah, I agree. Like, they're just making it look more like Tom Holland, which is weird because I saw on Twitter people were noting that like Peter Parker in this game was supposed to be a little older, like 25 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
he's been at the Spider-Man job for a while in the game.
And this image that's up on the screen for me, this kid looks like he's like 20, 21. Like, he looks pretty young compared to the other.
He looks like he's in college.
Yeah.
Just like really finding his footing and everything. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird story.
I don't know, man. This whole Spider-Man debacle is so strange to me. Like,
me too.
Like, why? Like, I get if you don't want to give people a free upgrade for Spider-Man Remastered, but to not offer any kind of upgrade in terms of like, give us $20 and we'll let you upgrade the game. You know, like, nothing at all. Like, just like your option is to either. What are the options? You buy the Miles Morales Ultimate Edition for $70.
I think it's $80. 70,
70 or $80, one of the two.
Because the game itself will be $70, and then the Ultimate Edition is $80. I want to say.
Wait, the Miles Morales is $70 itself?
I think so.
I'm gonna look it up.
I thought that they released prices for their games at launch, and like maybe one of them was 60 and the rest was 70. I could be thinking of something else though. But
so
yeah,
Miles Morales will retail for 60 in the US, meaning we can expect this in the UK.
Is that PS4 or PS5 though?
So the Ultimate Edition will launch both physically and digitally on the PlayStation Store for $70 on launch day.
Okay, so I must have been thinking of the Ultimate Edition.
So it's $60 for Miles Morales, and you get the PS4 remastered, I guess, for $10 extra.
Yeah, which is cool, but like, but that's the only way you can get it.
Yeah,
I think you also, if you have the disc version of the digital copy, you can put it in your console and then upgrade to that.
Whoa, wait, the disc version of the
disc version of Miles Morales. If you have just the basic version, I think you can put it in and then upgrade. But you can't. There's no way to upgrade if you have the original game, the original Spider-Man game,
which is what I have, is the original.
Yeah,
and the thing that sucks is I own it digitally, so it's not like I could like trade it in to get any money to upgrade or something.
No,
it's
like
just,
like all they have to do is say, okay, you can get it for $10 extra in the Miles Morales thing, or just buy it for $20 later.
Exactly.
But no, they're like sticking to their guns here and saying that it won't ever be available.
I think that it will be available in the future.
I think it will too,
because they want you to pay $70.
Yeah. I think they're going to walk back on it, but so far they seem pretty gung-ho on it only being available in the deluxe version.
I mean, honestly, now that I know the pricing and that it's only $10 more for the remaster, I know I'm going to want to play Miles Morales the day it comes out anyway, so I might just, pay the $10 extra.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't decided if I would go back to it. I loved that Spider-Man game. I thought it was very good. But like, I don't know, maybe for a refresher, I guess. But I don't think I would play through the entire thing again with Miles Morales right there being able to play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like, my thought process is kind of, I'm going to buy Miles Morales anyway. I might as well spend $10 extra to have the option to play that one in the future if I want.
Yeah. But then that just like goes back to our thing is like, you already own the game digitally. But you can't upgrade, like you don't get that free upgrade or anything, like you would with Xbox. Like it's so crappy.
Yeah, they're making some strange decisions over at Sony right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, John.
It is what it is.
Tell me about zombies. I know this is like your dream right here.
Yeah, I really.
We haven't talked about it, so now I'm very curious about what you have to say about it.
So. Have you watched this yet?
No, I just hit play now.
Are you a fan of like Black Ops Zombies or anything?
Not really. Like I played the first Black Ops and maybe some of the second Black Ops Zombies, but it got to the point to where I remember playing, was it Black Ops 3? 3 or 4, I can't remember. I think it was 3, where it was just like, it just got so ridiculous with like Gumball Machine, and like I didn't know what the fuck was going
3.
on. It's like
Yeah.
so confusing. I just like the simple zombies.
Yeah, so the story that they had in Zombies ended in Black Ops 4. They had a story going, I guess technically from World at War until Black Ops 4, and they ended that story finally. I've been a big fan of Treyarch Zombies for a while. I prefer it over all the other Call of Duty Zombies. I just think those ones aren't that good. Watching this, they're definitely going with a new story here. There's some elements of what's been in Treyarch Zombies in the past. Like we've seen the ray gun. They show the mystery box in here. So there's like definitely elements. But it looks like they're going with the new story here. And it looks like it's set in like the same like Cold War era as the story is. Part of me is like, yeah, cool, zombies. I'm definitely going to play this. And then part of me sees like, it looks like they're bringing in kill streaks from the multiplayer into here, and I'm not a fan of that. I hope I'm wrong, but it really looks like they're doing that. They had like the sentry gun up, and then there's also the chopper gunner that they bring in, and I don't want that in Zombies, man. Yeah, there's some stuff in here where I'm like, yes, that's classic zombie stuff. I want that. I love it. They show like this weird gooey, gross dog thing. I'm like, yeah, that looks like an awesome monster. The zombies look great. But then they just keep showing that one thing on the side where I'm like, I don't want that though. I don't know. I hope it's good. I'm going to play it. I've already got it pre-ordered, and I've got it pre-ordered only for Zombies because I've fallen off of Call of Duty so hard. I don't know. I hope it's great. I hope I'm just being a little pessimistic. But I don't know. I was hoping for this to wow me more than it actually did.
Does Black Ops have a free upgrade with the next gen stuff? How does that work?
No. It's another weird one. So you can pre-order the Xbox One and PS4 version now for $60, but the next gen version will cost $70. If you want, you can. What was the thing? They have a special edition on the PS4 or the Xbox One where it's like $70 or $80 where you get the upgraded version.
Okay. When does this come out?
November 13th.
Okay. All right. For some reason in my head, I thought it came out like right before next gen. It was like, it's like why would somebody pay
right there?
Like why would somebody pay $10 extra just to upgrade in 2 days or something like that? But
yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be weird for the first, I don't know, probably almost a year of these next gen consoles, seeing which
especially with the price changes.
Yeah, seeing which developers decide what. Honestly, like I feel like a good way to wean people into the price change would be saying, "Hey, this game is $70, but that $70 means that if you buy the next gen console, you get the free upgrade with it."
Yeah.
I feel
that's kind of what they're doing here, but they're also like allowing the $60 version for just current gen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
So now, if you were to buy the $60 version and then get a Series X next year, is there like a price you could pay to upgrade?
I don't think so.
Or would you have to rebuy the game?
I think you have to rebuy the game.
Oh my god. That sucks.
Everything is so confusing right now. Like all these gaming companies are not doing a good job of really like showing your options. Like they're very like option A, B, or C, and that's it. Like these companies need to do a better job of like really explaining, and just really like Microsoft, for example, like they've been very clear from the beginning. Buy it on current gen, you get it on next gen free. Awesome, great, perfect. Game Pass carries right over. Awesome, great. But then you see Spider-Man with its weird situation, and now Call of Duty, and then some next gen games being $70, but others not. Like it's all over the place, and there's just no like real unity in there. It's so confusing.
See, I remember, I want to say it was like in March or something, Cyberpunk announcing, the whole smart delivery thing, saying
Yeah.
if you buy the game on Xbox One, it'll smart deliver to Xbox Series X. And I was really hoping that was going to set the path for all these developers to kind of follow suit for both Xbox and PS5. But it does not look like that's the case at all. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. This is going to be a absolute shit show when parents, aunts, uncles are buying games for their kids for Christmas. Like, say your nephew or something said, "Oh, I want the new Call of Duty," and you don't have any idea. You're going to go to GameStop, say, "My nephew wants Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War for his Xbox." Well, what Xbox does he have? I don't know. The Xbox S, the Series S, or the S? I don't know. And then he gets the wrong one. It's just going to be a mess, man.
At least this generation coming up has backwards compatibility. At least there's that. But there is a difference between the current gen and the next gen version, because there will be easy to see upgrades there.
Yeah. This all has me very excited. Very, very excited.
Yeah, it's exciting. I think as much as we're confused about stuff going forward, though, like this is you are completely right. This holiday season is going to be a shit show for people that don't pay attention to this stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Is like me and you, like this, like we're on Twitter like all day, every day, here and there, like looking for gaming news and stuff, and like we follow all the gaming news and stuff. And if anybody should know what this all means, it should be me, you, Connor, anybody who follows these Twitter accounts. But like, if I told my girlfriend to buy me Call of Duty Black Ops for Christmas for the Xbox, she's gonna have to make me go with her. I guarantee it, because she would have no idea.
People are already having enough issues with trying to buy the Xbox Series X and then accidentally buying the Xbox One X. Guys, come on.
Like, I'm very curious, like how many of those orders got canceled because they realized. Yeah. But that's hilarious.
Oh, it's so weird that I got my Xbox in September. I thought it didn't come out until November.
Yeah. I got so lucky.
Yeah, wow.
All right, let's get into the quick news.
Yeah.
All right, starting us out. Twitch announces new soundtrack music service for streamers.
Yeah, I didn't get a good chance to actually look through this, but this is a pretty cool idea. So from what I've seen, it's a new music streaming service that is specifically made for streamers on Twitch. Just puts in some soundtrack that won't have them be copyrighted on or anything. I think there's a subscription to get into it. I'm not sure if they announced that or not.
Is it included with like Twitch Gaming or whatever it's called? Yeah.
The Prime?
Yeah. Prime Gaming.
I think so. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to like really go into this, but like the idea of it's really cool.
Yeah, because I know when I've streamed before, I've gotten like copyright strikes like on YouTube, and I've gotten like parts of my videos muted on Twitch in my VODs. But I found a pretty good playlist called Stream Beats on Spotify. Mm-hmm. It's like insane.
Oh wow, the Twitch thing is actually up today.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up then.
All right. This is from The Verge. Today, Twitch releases Soundtrack, a new product that allows streamers to play music while they're live, or at least that's the simplest way to explain it. If the product works the way Twitch says it does, Soundtrack will be much more than just a way to play rights-cleared music while you're broadcasting. It might change how you think about using music on Twitch entirely. You can't use it unless you have the rights to those songs. Yeah. Give me a subscription or something. Soundtrack separates the music stream into its own channel and broadcasts it simultaneously, but crucially separately. Allows Twitch to automatically strip the music from the file. Okay, come on. Like,
maybe they're not going to give a thing since it's in beta.
Yeah, maybe they haven't.
I mean, I would imagine this is included with your Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah, that would make too much sense. And this is a kind of thing that they're not going to just let anyone use for free. Like, if you don't have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, I'm sure that there's going to be like a $10 or $20 monthly charge or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was only a matter of time before something like this happened, because I know there are other apps, I can't remember names of them, but there are other apps that do similar things where it's just all copyright-free music. But the fact that Twitch is going to have it, that's what everybody's going to flock to.
That's huge. This is great for smaller streamers like us and just all the other smaller streamers out there.
Yeah. Agreed.
Makes things so much easier, and that's what we've needed for a while. So I don't really use Twitch much, but very happy to see this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So Nintendo of America tweeted that there's a new Smash fighter being announced tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
That'll be the day before this show airs, but October 1st at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Who are your thoughts on this?
All right, so we're doing a little
Hold on,
predicting here.
Go get your tinfoil hat.
Oh?
Tinfoil hat time.
Are there aliens or something?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I want Crash Bandicoot in the game, man. I hope it's Crash.
Dude, I do too.
Or Spyro.
How many more?
That's just such a perfect marriage right there. Like, he needs to be in there.
How many more characters are they adding? I know that it was announced
4.
a while ago. So there's 4 left to be announced.
Yeah. Including tomorrow
including
4. So 3 after tomorrow.
Okay.
Man,
I really hope Crash is one of them. But
I really do
I feel
too.
like whatever the last one that's announced, it's got to be a huge one, whatever it is.
You hope so. Hopefully it's not another Fire Emblem character.
Dude, and that's the thing is with Fire Emblem, there's just like endless characters that are all exactly the same.
And then also the last character was a Nintendo character as well. It was Min Min from ARMS, which I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I really hope Crash Bandicoot gets in, but there's some other characters out there that I would be really happy to see. Spyro the Dragon is one, but I'm not sure if that would work. I'd be fine with Spyro being like a trophy or something.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see besides
Honestly,
Crash?
I don't know. Like, I think Crash would be cool. Everybody's been like campaigning for Doom Guy to be in this game forever.
Yeah, there's some people that some of these like choices for people that I'm like, that doesn't fit into the game at all.
Like Doom Guy is like a very aggressive character who's just always holding a gun.
Yeah, he's not about like blasting people away. He's about tearing them apart.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he would fit in there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think Master Chief would be a better fit than him. But I don't want to see Master Chief in there either. I'm not sure, man.
I would rather see Master Chief over Doom Guy for sure.
Yeah. I'd be cool with like a Sony character, maybe like Sly Cooper coming in. I think he would fit
Ratchet
decently.
and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, that would be a very good one.
That's like a perfect fit for that game.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We called it
Ratchet and Clank
today. A day before it comes out, Ratchet and Clank is the new character.
Or Crash Bandicoot.
Or Crash Bandicoot.
Or Doom Guy. Or Master Chief. Just start
Master
naming every character.
Goku.
Goku. Gohan. Moving on, the October games with golds were announced. Gold games were announced. They're Slayaway Camp, Butcher's Cut, Made of
Scare,
Sphinx, and The Cursed Mummy, and Costume Quest.
Yeah. I don't really know these. I've played Sphinx and The Cursed Mummy for a review on Switch. That's an original Xbox game that's been coming back lately. That's a pretty decent game. I enjoyed it.
When you say it's been coming back lately, what does that even mean?
So they like re-released it on Switch, but it originally released on PS2 and original Xbox. So its re-release on Switch got some traffic, not a ton or anything, but it was like cool that it was being brought back. So yeah, if you have a Xbox Live, like give this a try. I think it's a pretty good 3D platformer. It's not really a platformer. It's just like a 3D adventure game. It's fine. I don't think it's amazing or anything, but give it a try. I've heard good things about Costume Quest. Made of Scare is a horror game that I've heard people talk about is pretty scary. I have no idea what Slayaway Camp is, though.
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube video now, and Slayaway Camp doesn't look like it's for me. It's just some weird. I don't even know how to describe.
It's like really blocky.
Yeah, it's
almost
like Minecraft-y type game.
Looks like it would be like a $2 game on the 360.
Yeah, but Costume Quest, I've never played it, but I know people love it, and I know
people do love that game.
I know people with children say that their kids love like watching them play it or even playing it. So if you have kids and you're looking to play games with them, try that out. Maybe
good for the Halloween time.
Yep. Moving on, the October PSN games were announced, and it is Need for Speed, Payback, and Vampire. I don't know. It's always back and forth.
I always hear it both ways. Vampire is okay. It's not that great. I was hoping for it to be better when I played it on xCloud, but it's just a pretty basic game in my opinion. Need for Speed, Payback, these are just okay games.
Yeah, Need for Speed really needs to reanalyze what they're doing. When's the last one?
Needs to take a break and bring back Burnout.
Is that even that's not even the same?
Yeah, it is.
Dev
EA
team.
owns them.
Yeah, EA.
It's not the same dev team, but Criterion, who did Burnout, they help on Need for Speed.
Okay.
They don't actually. They're not the main developer, but they help on it.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely need to reanalyze what they're doing, because with Forza Horizon available now, like that kind of just ate up that whole market because of how good they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just not much more to say about this. It's just, these are, they're games.
Yeah. All right. Is this topic of the show from last week or this week?
No, that's this week.
Okay. We're going to move on to topic of the show then. And that topic is, are there any games this holiday that feel like must-plays for you?
Yeah, so I brought this up because we've been talking a lot since Halo Infinite got delayed. That was one of my most anticipated games of this holiday season.
I agree.
Valhalla's got some hype around it, but I don't feel like it does as much as Odyssey, personally, at least. What else do we have coming out? Watch Dogs Legion,
Cyberpunk,
which I think looks good. Cyberpunk, yeah, okay, we'll say that's a must-play for a lot of people, but not me personally.
Like, for me, I think it's a must-try, at the very least.
Yeah.
Because I know the person I game share with is going to buy it regardless, so I'll at least try it and see if it lives up to what everybody's expecting it to live up to. But, yeah, does Watch Dogs have a release date?
Yeah, it's like a week before Assassin's Creed, I think.
Oh, wow. So it's right before next gen then.
Yeah, it's right there.
Man, that is not a must play for me.
Yeah, the more they show on it, the more I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. Like, I was so excited from the first showing of it at last year's E3, was it?
Yeah.
And then everything they've shown this year has really cooled me off on it.
Yeah, well, because the first thing we saw this year from it was essentially the same thing from last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that kind of worried me a little bit, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I get that. So, yeah, there's not really anything out there for me personally where I'm like, oh, yeah, I have to buy this at launch. I mean, Cyberpunk, maybe. Assassin's Creed, maybe.
There's
Miles Morales, maybe.
There's definitely nothing that, like, if you're on the fence about buying a next-gen console, there's nothing that's like, I need to buy a PS5 because of this. Unless you're a huge Demon's Souls fan. There's no reason.
Yeah. Which I definitely am not.
And for Xbox, the only reason would be to play Gears Tactics. Well,
that will be on Xbox One as well, so no.
Oh, yeah, so no. Yeah, so never mind.
Yeah, there's... that's like the big the big talking point around the Series X and S. It's why I think one reason why I think the Series S will sell like bonkers this holiday season. The Series X, I mean, we've got all the hardcore gamers, you, me, that we're like, oh yeah, we want the Series X day one because we are so ingrained in that community. But for like the random guy who has a kid, like he doesn't care, but he sees the Series S up there. It's like, oh, $200 cheaper plus the Game Pass stuff and everything. If he didn't have an Xbox One, that's like a perfect entry point for him and his family.
The only issue with that is that we already saw that GameStop's like kind of stock has been trending on Twitter for this stuff. Yeah. And they've been really low, like 2 per store for launch. So it's going to be kind of a stock thing. But there's also rumors that I was hearing that they intentionally kept stock low because they wanted to sell the higher priced consoles to more people. I'm not sure. But we'll see.
We'll see how it
There's
happens.
a World of Warcraft expansion coming out. I don't know if that's a must play for you. Pikmin 3, no. the remaster, I guess.
I've never played Pikmin. I've never been interested in it. That is the one Nintendo franchise where I'm like, I don't care about it. I just have no interest in it whatsoever.
I mean, we got Squadrons coming out this Friday. I'm excited to try that out.
I totally forgot about that. I need to pre-order that. We need to play some of that. Yeah. We got Crash coming out.
Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Oh, is Crash next week?
It's either next week or this week.
Hold on, I got a list up.
Looking
through it.
It's
Friday. Crash is on Friday.
Friday? Cool. So same day as Squadrons. Destiny 2 I downloaded and played a little bit of to get caught up.
I saw you playing it. How confused were you? Yeah, if you haven't played that game in a few months, it's so confusing. Like, you don't know where to start.
That game is not laid out well at all.
Hopefully this next DLC, though, will kind of fix some of that. Because they're kind of vaulting a lot of stuff, so a lot of stuff's going to go away.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's just nothing. There's going to be plenty of games that I buy and play, but there's just nothing here. There's nothing here like Doom Eternal, which eventually got delayed out of November last year, but I was going into November last year like, oh yeah, that's the game. That's what I'm going to be playing. There's nothing there for me this year.
Yeah. I mean, Doom Eternal is on Game Pass right now, according to Twitter.
Hey!
So definitely play that. I haven't played it, so I'm excited.
It's so good.
Another release coming is Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Yeah, it's PS5 launch, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna play it because it's a 3D adventure or 3D platformer.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I've never played Little Big Planet or anything though.
That's your type of game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I guess like the major release would just be Cyberpunk, honestly. In terms of
that's the one people have been waiting for the longest.
In terms of like the one that everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, we'll see what happens with that game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hit us up on Twitter or in the YouTube comments and let us know if there's anything that you think you absolutely have to play, because I just don't see it this year.
Yeah. Well, with that, we are going to end episode 114 of the Pixel Street podcast. As always, follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street to see our latest updates in terms of podcasts being posted, videos going live on YouTube, Twitch streams and stuff. I finally got my Twitch stream set up again and working, so I plan on doing that a bit more here. Follow me on Twitter at Campo63, twitch.tv/Campo63. Check out our Facebook, Pixel Street Podcast over there. YouTube by searching for Pixel Street Videos. Please subscribe so that we can actually have a URL to tell people to follow and not a bunch of gibberish letters and numbers after youtube.com. But John, where can the people find you and your nacho cheese machine picks come this December?
On Twitter, I am at Revek Shadows. I just recently put up a list I did for best Left 4 Dead 2 mods. with the big update for that coming out. So if you're looking to get back into the game, check out that. Other than that, I'm really focusing on our YouTube and our Discord. And yeah, so just join those, become part of our small little growing community. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, also, I would like to introduce John's glasses to the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I can see again.
Hello to John's glasses. Have you named them?
No, they're glasses.
I kind of put you on the spot there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy seeing how blurry things have been for me forever. So, yeah,
I just got glasses for the first time like 6 years ago. So I'm kind of on the same boat as you, where didn't have glasses my whole life, and then out of nowhere they're like, "Yeah, you need these."
Yeah, no, it's funny. I had glasses back when I was like 11, but I only used them for baseball. After that, I never used them. And then, yeah, I was told multiple times by both the DOT here and the eye doctor that, hey, yeah, you need to be wearing glasses at all times.
Yeah. I mean, at least I found it out on my own, because I can't imagine going to the DOT and...
Oh, yeah, no, that was embarrassing. Hey, do this eye test.
I mean,
I failed miserably.
I feel like it wouldn't be as embarrassing as it is just frustrating that you're just like, all right, fuck, I'll go get glasses and come back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially now, you have to, like, at least here, you have to wait, like, 3 weeks before you can get in again. So, yeah.
Really? So you're still waiting then?
Yeah, I'm still waiting to renew my license.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. Well, to follow John's Glasses Travels, follow him on Twitter at RevXShadows. We'll be right back here next week for episode 115.
Bye.